Yandlanseka akekho umuntu ongathaka wenza amaphutha. Namhlanje, before I begin, I want to humbly apologize to the Xhosa nation and anyone else that was affected by the previous video that I made about Nongqawuse. It was never meant to be disrespectful. My mission has always been to unearth, honor, and preserve our African stories. But even in that mission, we get things wrong. And for that, I truly apologize. Okay, now that we've cleared things up, allow me to tell you the real story of Nongqawuse, the one that they didn't want you to know. Nongqawuse was not a mad girl that woke up and told people to kill their cattle. It's a colonial lie that has been pushed for decades to make us think that we brought our own downfall. And sadly, I also fell for it. Now let's rewind. It was in the 1850s. British settlers tightened their grip on the Eastern Cape, slowly dispossessing the Xhosa of their land, their cattle, and their way of life. The cattle weren't just food, they were wealth, heritage, and the heartbeat of the nation. At the same time, a strange disease called lung-skinnedness was wiping out the cattle, and guess where it came from? Yep, imported from British livestock. This biological warfare wasn't new. They used it before. Imagine the confusion, fear, and depression of the people watching their cattle die, their land taken, and their children starved. Now enter Nongqawuse, a young orphan living with her uncle Nongqawuse, who was educated by missionaries. One day, while fetching water, she said she heard voices of their ancestors calling for spiritual cleansing, a sacrifice, a preparation for rebirth, not mass suicide. But here's the twist. Nongqawuse is the one that interpreted and spread the vision. Some argue he misunderstood, while others suspect deeper manipulation because months later, British invaded what remained of Xhosa lands, taking advantage of the chaos. So was it a vision for liberation that was sabotaged? Or was Nongqawuse's message twisted by others who had something to gain? We may never fully know, but what we know is this. She was not evil. She was not stupid. She was a young girl trying to make sense of a collapsing world. Nongqawuse's name became a symbol of betrayal, when in truth, she was a victim. Her story was hijacked by the colonizers to justify their theft and demonize our spirituality. Her failed prophecy was used to break the Xhosa spirit, to tell us that our ancestors had abandoned us, that our faith in the unseen is foolish. But here's why her story matters today: because we still face spiritual, cultural, and economic warfare. They don't take our cattle anymore. They take our minds, our cultures, our languages, and our children's pride. Nongqawuse was not the cause of our downfall. She was a warning sign, a reminder that if we don't guard our stories and spirits, they will always be weaponized against us. So I say this to all of us. Let's revisit our heroes and heroines. Let's question the stories we've been told, especially when it comes from those who oppressed us. Nongqawuse deserves to be remembered, not as a curse, but as a symbol of people desperate to be free and a girl caught in the storm. May we never allow for our stories to be written for us again and again. To all my Xhosa people, thank you for calling me out.